Tonight on eFIXX, Joe returns with the news at Penn. Find out why we're growing ridiculous facial hair. I find a use for some fake cable. And coming back, it's the eFIXX race war.
Well, welcome to the live stream, and haven't we got an action-packed one for you this evening? But where would you like to start, Gordon?
Prizes?
Prizes. Let's give away some prizes then. So, how am I going to...
On eFIXX.
Oh, we're on eFIXX. Oh, no, we're on twice. So we're going to give you away prizes then, okay? Straight away. So what should we give away first?
We've got all this stuff.
Right, okay, let's have a look at these then. We've got prizes to give away. What makes it a prize-giving evening, Gordon?
Well, because we've got our eFIXX live feed event that we, every month or so we do one of these. And yeah, we've already released the videos, but we'll come on to
how you can win the prizes. So like any good show, we're not really going to give you all the information at the start, but we are going to be giving away a lot of stuff in the next 7 days, and we'll be live streaming next Wednesday. Family considerations in place because we've both got things going on behind the scenes. So if everything goes well, we'll be back next Wednesday and we will announce the bigger prize winners at that stage, and then hopefully you'll be one of the winners of some of those prizes. So that's what we're going to be doing this evening. We've got tons to do. We normally start with the news, don't we, Gordon?
We have, and we've got it easy this week because it's over to Joe Robinson for the news at Penn. Tonight on eFIXX, Joe returns with the news at Penn. Find out why we're growing ridiculous cable.
Electrical charity move to reduce the impact of dangerous consumer goods. Whisker pledged not to sue over honest mistake made by eFIXX technical editor Joe Robinson. eFIXX presenters Gordon Routledge and Gary Hayes pledged to grow facial hair. This is the eFIXX news at Penn. Good evening. Electrical Safety First, the UK consumer safety charity, have proposed a new bill to try and increase the legal responsibility incumbent on large online retailers such as Amazon, eBay and Wish when it comes to third-party sellers who market substandard and dangerous electrical products. If the proposed bill is backed by government, it will increase the stringency of regulations surrounding sales of such items by ensuring that the responsibility does not lie solely with the third-party seller. Not only will the proposed bill make the main retailer obliged to prevent the sale of such goods, they could also be bound to alert buyers of these dangerous items if they are subsequently found to be substandard. This is obviously an unfolding story, and we'll keep you updated as it progresses. Our second main story tonight relates to a gaffe made by eFIXX technical editor Joe Robinson when making a video on the Whisker 206 junction box. In it, he stated that the EC308 earth clamp accessory was not compatible with the 206 junction box when fitting SWA glands. However, further research has shown that the clamp fits perfectly as intended. In a statement from the technical editor in question, he stated, "I am so sorry. I can correct this. It was an honest mistake. I was just curious to know if the clamp was compatible with the box, and I thought they weren't, and I thought that might be something that people wanted to know about. It wasn't intended as a criticism. I'm so sorry." Before having to go and have a little lie down in a dark room. Whisker magnanimously have forgiven and forgotten. And finally, in lighter news, as we enter the month of November, eFIXX presenters Gordon Routledge and Gary Hayes have decided to take part in the popular men's health awareness event Movember to try and raise awareness for mental health issues among men. One of the main awareness building activities in the Movember movement is to grow a moustache. On the first of the month, participants will be clean shaven and through the month will allow their moustache to grow while adhering to the strict rules laid out at Movember.com, including no beards, no goatees and no fake moustaches. They will then use the moustache as a talking point through the month to promote discussion and awareness of mental and physical health problems among the male population. At the end of the month, the presenters will take to social media to vote on who grew it best. Fortunately, the two participants have a fairly laissez-faire grooming regime, so it shouldn't disrupt their lives overly. And this reporter, for one, is interested to see what Messrs Routledge and Hayes would look like if eFIXX was launched in the 70s. Fun times. I've been Joe Robinson, and this has been the news at Penn. Good night.
Lots of people out there.
No, let's start again, Gordon, because we didn't have the mics on, mate. So let's start
Right,
again.
okay.
So yeah. So we're attempting Movember. So we apologise for that. We're having a nightmare evening. We've had one of those weeks where you wouldn't believe the things that have gone wrong for us. So we apologise for that. We're back on the mics. What did we just say then, Gordon? We're doing Movember.
Yes,
Okay,
we are.
we don't want to dwell on all the negative stuff, but we're going to just readdress it at this stage.
Yeah, I mean, we touched on it last week.
Yeah.
Challenging times for a lot of people at the moment, and things could probably be still challenging for a few months ahead.
Yeah.
So we're doing Movember to raise awareness.
Yeah.
So our link is in the description below if you want to get involved. If you want to join us in destroying destroying your credibility, then feel free. We've just learned from Joe during that session there that we're actually not allowed to grow a beard. It has to be a moustache.
Yeah, so I was hoping for a bit of a goatee, and it looks like you started off with one of them. So of course, next time you see us, we'll be in some form of. Well, I've got a feeling that from growing stuff before, I'm a bit like back in the day when we were a little bit smaller. You probably had a catalogue that had stuff in there of which you could have the product and pay for it, say, over 40 weeks, a little bit at a time. Well, I think my beard stroke, now it's going to be moustache, is going to arrive in very small segments as if I've got it on some sort of, on the drip, I would have suggested for that one. So it's going to need to be about 6 months for me to complete a moustache.
And I'll think I'll look like some, I don't know, 1980s snooker player or something like that, possibly.
Yeah,
Could
we
be
could have
there,
some of those on the boards going forward.
And I'm a bit worried actually because it's like half. I'll get rid of the beard because there's white bits coming out. It's just like I'm going to end up with stripe. Gremlin. We're not going to Gremlins.
No,
now.
not again. No, we're going back there.
We're not going to Gremlins again.
So we're going to be doing that. Feel free to join us. It's about awareness for us.
Yeah.
And we spoke to the electrical industry's charity today, didn't we, Gordon?
We did actually, and we're not going to show all these. They
No.
sent us some statistics, but the track record for the electrical industry is pretty horrendous actually.
Yeah.
And just to pull one thing out from that so far this year, there are 46 electricians who are no longer with us.
Right. This year, and we're not
We're
not at the end of this year.
We're not even at the end of it.
And divorce rates?
Divorce rates are highest, the highest of any sector, and
Caused by what?
caused by a lot of travel.
A lot of travel.
Yeah.
I'm 175 miles from home every week.
Yeah.
Okay. I love you, Michelle. Please stay with me. You're on your first. Oh, you're on your second wife. You did a lot of travelling in your first job, though, didn't you?
I used to do 17 weeks a year.
Yeah, wait. So, joking aside from that, obviously, so it's really important that we highlight, help each other. Go back to what Pegasus Electrical, so Eddie says, keep it all together, share your stuff, join in, be mates, group together, be positive, and let's get through this as electrical industry workers, male or female, into the future, and keep going. Support your colleagues, I would suggest.
And if you do need some help, there is a link to the electrical industry's charity below.
Yeah, and like we said last week, I'm currently using one of their psychologists or counsellors, whatever you want to call it, so I'm having sessions with them, thanks to them, and we can return our help, Gordon, because they've also got difficult times. I mean, they can't have any of their award ceremonies or their dinner and dances and things like that, but they are doing something what they like to call the 12 days of Christmas, which means that you can buy effectively a raffle ticket, and when you've bought that raffle ticket, you can win prizes anywhere between £500 and £2,500, but your ticket lasts for the 12 draws.
Right,
so it's not just draw number one, so you've got 12 opportunities with your ticket. We'll leave that link in the description as well, won't we, Gordon?
We absolutely will. That's in there.
Yeah, so feel free to go down there. And again, it's another way of supporting your colleagues in the electrical industry. Effectively supporting me because I'm currently using their facilities in order to have some counselling myself. Let's get a little bit lighter. Let's give away our first plaque.
Oh yeah. Now, you may have noticed in the news there, Joe admitted something.
Joe, I think Joe admitted he was Wrong.
He was wrong. Yeah. Now, that doesn't happen a lot around these parts. I mean, we all have
Never.
times when we're...
Let's go with never.
Well, I'm never wrong. You're never wrong.
I've never got an opinion according to you. So
Well, everyone's entitled to my opinion.
I
You
think
know how it
Joe
goes.
on camera, without me muting the sound and bringing in the wrong asset, which I've done this evening, admitted he was wrong, and that deserves a prize.
It does, and I don't know if sometimes you'll walk around towns and people sometimes mark special events by putting up a special plaque on a building or something like that.
They do, yeah, commemorate people that have served.
Yeah. A blue plaque.
A blue plaque.
Yeah.
Okay.
Blue plaque.
So you put it up on there. So let's have a look, and then we'll bring a closer version.
Yeah. So I think we've dug up the old eFIXX Historical Society.
We established it in 1867. So you were in your early 30s, I would suggest.
Well,
at that moment
sadly, Faraday
I was going to say, yeah, get it right.
passed away.
Yeah,
that year.
Yeah, so on the back of Faraday's great work, we decided to start up this eFIXX project, and we've got it to this. It's taken a while to get it up and running.
Yes, it's only 150 years to present the first plaque.
Yeah, but it was worth it, I would suggest.
So what we can say on this spot, on the 4th of November, Joseph Robinson admitted he was wrong.
He did, and for that he will be the recipient of the first plaque. However, I suppose there'll be people that you think are worthy deservers of the plaque as well, Gordon.
Yeah.
So what can people do in order that they can perhaps honour a friend or a colleague?
Yeah, if you've got a colleague who perhaps you want to mark an occasion where they've just admitted they were wrong, then we'd be quite happy to send them a blue plaque so you can honour the occasion in which this momentous moment happened.
Absolutely. So moving forward, if you want to send us through the social media outlets, we're really big on Instagram, but we obviously do Facebook, Twitter, we do LinkedIn as well. If you've got somebody you believe deserves a plaque, maybe we can send you out one of these. We're going to insert the name. We'll allow them to insert the names themselves. Perhaps they'll print their own name to insert.
We'll see how we get on.
Yeah. Remember, we're under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, if you can tell us the reason they were wrong as well, then we can have a good chuckle as well.
And you might find their plaque up on the board, and we can have the small segment or small story that suggests they deserve the plaque, and you can also have a plaque. But the inaugural winner of this plaque was Joseph Robinson, who today admitted he was wrong. Well done, Joe. Okay, so moving on then. So let's talk about some of the bits that you brought up in there. People like Amazon.
Online,
eBay.
online platforms.
Online
platforms.
Gary.
Sorry,
so
we've got to be careful there. We're getting into trouble on these sort of stuff. So yes, you can nominate yourself if you want to.
What a brave move that will be. Yeah, nominate yourself for a moment you had. Yeah.
So online platforms, there's a big problem at the moment is if you buy something.
Yep.
And obviously, sometimes when you're buying from someone like Amazon.
Yes.
But sometimes there's lots of people who also sell on Amazon.
They do, yeah. It's not all products from Amazon, is it?
And if you buy a product on there, from one of the other sellers on those platforms, and it has a safety fault, and basically needs to be withdrawn from the market, at the moment those platforms do not tell the customers that that's happened.
Whoa. Effectively, I bought it from an online retailer, so I missed out any words there.
Yeah.
And there's something wrong with it. They're not going to tell me, even though they sold me the product, they're not going to tell me it's faulty, it might catch fire, it might be one of those, leads that, we connect our phones to that melt overnight.
Yeah.
They're not going to tell us.
No, so you could have bought a dangerous product 1 year, 2 years ago, and suddenly it's subsequently withdrawn from the market.
And they won't advise you.
And they won't advise you. So that is the aim of that bill, is to try and change that, because...
Well, let's get that changed.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if anyone watching this hasn't bought something from an online seller. Okay, so we're all in the same position here. Okay.
Well, I mean, everyone does.
Yeah.
And I buy some things on there, and sometimes you get it, and obviously I haven't been through this in product development in the past. There's sometimes just a whiff that there's something not right about the product.
What, would that be like when we bought some crimps?
Yes. Yeah. Let's think about the and sometimes you just assume, don't you? You assume.
Yeah,
crimp terminals. They're all the colours. They're red, red, yellow, blue.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we bought some of them just because we wanted them quick with next day delivery.
Next day delivery. Love a bit of next day delivery. We do here
for free, and we got them. We just thought there's something just not right about these.
They were very, very light, weren't they? Okay, and when we scratched away at the surface, literally.
Well,
Yeah.
What do you tell the kids in college for years?
Yeah, so they all think they're made of silver. So when I get them out and we talk about crimps, they all say, oh, they're made of silver. I say, well, if they're made of silver, there'd be none left in the box because I would have taken them all home. And then they come up with aluminium, all sorts of stuff. And then you say, oh, they're tinned copper. And I always take a file and rub it away and I show them that it's made of copper. Unless you buy them maybe like with next day delivery, and we rubbed very hard and we got a what colour?
Yeah, it was a gold colour.
So they're made of gold now, is that true?
Yeah, they were made of gold, but yeah, well then we thought, not for that price they're not made of gold.
No.
Actually, they're made of brass.
Yes, and we've got a series of videos sitting in the background on that sort of subject matter and things in that realms. Yeah, and in one of those videos, we actually scratch away at the surface to find that our crimp in that part of the video is actually made of brass. Yeah, interesting. So, yeah, I don't know what that's going to be like over a longer period of time when you think they're made of copper. So, that let us down.
Yeah.
Your skipping didn't let you down, and if I could have shown you a longer asset of Gordon skipping outside, that boy can skip.
Yeah.
But that was again linked to something else that let us down. Shall we have a look at that cable?
We can, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Let's have a look.
What we've been messing with today.
And when we come back, I will try and return the microphones. Okay. So I apologise for that earlier on. Here we go. Those conductors on the end there look a little silvery to me, Gordon.
They do. Well, we might have found a generous manufacturer, but I actually think these are aluminium. So I just took the side cutters and just scraped a little bit more of that copper colouring away, and there you can see that silvery material underneath, which I suspect is aluminium.
Okay, well, I'm still hoping it's silver, so we need a test cable. So we've got a cable here that's exactly the same length as the one we think is aluminium. We've shorted together the ends, and we're going to measure its resistance. So we've got 2 meters of conductor here that we're going to measure its resistance of. And if we get this as our test one, what would you expect to see on the second reading?
Well, hopefully we'll get a reference off the copper cable here. So I'm just bringing the tester there. And okay, so we've got 0.02 ohms.
Okay, so if the next cable we measure is aluminium, with the resistivity of aluminium being higher than that of copper, the resistance will also be higher, but I've still got a small hope that it could be silver and considerably less.
Well, that's Christmas sorted if we cash in the silver cable, but somehow I suspect, we don't.
It's quite light, isn't it?
Yeah, flew into shot there. So again, let's just reconnect those leads up.
Okay, so when we press the button this time, we expect it to be higher. Press the right button, Gordon. It's the other one. Thank you. Okay, so it's only just a little higher, Gordon.
Well, I'd say that's a third higher. So you may not think that makes much of a difference, but let's see what happens when we load it up. So built this across at the eFIXX Technical Centre. I threw a little bit of loft insulation under half the cable just to see what difference that makes. And then at the end, we've got a double socket loaded up with two 2 kilowatt electric heaters. First time we've been warm in the unit for ages, so that might be making a reappearance.
So this should put it under some thermal constraints. In other words, we're going to be measuring the temperature of the conductors as they rise up for the first 4 minutes. So we'll do the copper cable first. I think you've got the Matrel thermal imaging camera there to bring in. So we're at 4 minutes, Gordon. So let's bring that in and see what temperature we're at.
Yes, so let's have a look at the cable just outside the insulation. So where we're getting sort of 28 degrees. Moving where half the cable's covered in insulation, you would expect it to get a little bit warmer.
Yeah.
So that's at 32 degrees. So.
Okay. So after 4 minutes, we're in about 32 degrees there in that thermal insulation. So we'll repeat the process by adding the 4 kilowatt load to the aluminium cable and see if that makes any difference. So we're off and running with that. We'll just give it a little while to get warmed up. So we'll go back in at 4 minutes. So we've got a fair test of the actual cable itself.
There we go, so it's getting up to 4 minutes. So I'm just going to bring back in the infrared camera. So again, we can see the cable, so already you can see it's warmer than our copper equivalent. And then again, going to the insulation, and we're up at 36 degrees.
Okay.
So I think we'll just obviously, I think it's still rising. So I'll keep the timer running. So here we are at 7 minutes.
So we're on the aluminium. Cool. Yeah, that's pretty warm outside.
Yes, we're getting up towards 38 degrees, and then where we're half covered with insulation, we're up at 46 degrees. Okay. So now let's just see the equivalent of the copper cable back at 7 minutes as well, just to see what difference that makes us. Probably we're getting towards some sort of thermal stabilization. So the copper cable, and then again back in with the infrared camera, and there we go. So we're 30 degrees. And then back into the into the insulation area.
And it's a lot less, isn't it?
36 on here, getting up to 10 degrees difference. That's third of a difference in the resistivity of the cable has made. So that's not a great situation.
I've got the mics back on. Well done, Gaz. So you can see it there. The mics are on. So that's a nice transition. I apologise for earlier on. Wow. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what's good about that cable. It's very lightweight.
It is very lightweight.
It has a very funny feel to it as well.
This cable was sent in by someone on site. I mean, you can even tell there's authentic painter's paint on there.
Oh yeah. So
it's lived a life before. But it is we crimped the end up because they're a little bit fragile.
Yeah, so that's 1.5 allegedly millimetre squared cable. I know it's got a yellow sheath in. People will be saying 110 volts. Gary, you talked about this, that and the other in there on a blue commando or blue industrial socket outlet. Yes, I did, but of course, yeah, we're looking at it from the point of view of conductor size, regardless obviously of all the rest of it. And yeah.
Yeah, so we're about to start a bit of a series on cable.
Yeah.
At the minute.
Yeah,
so that's that'll be some quite interesting stuff coming up there. But it's not just obviously. Yeah, this is a typical site cable, 110 volts. It can affect any cable, and you can't even trust the market. We had a conversation earlier today. Guess what's all right. You can tell. You can tell it's a good cable because it's got basic on it.
Yes, that's what I said. You said to me. So you've got.
I've got some. I've got some for you here, Gary.
I've got a feeling this ain't gonna. Yeah.
So I've got a Doncaster cable here.
At what point was this in the
and
video?
There's some basic cable for you.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. That's good. You're gonna do some. What are you gonna do with yours? Are you gonna my favourites. Let's bring the hand cam in.
Like
Ideal Industries, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we like these twin and earth strippers.
The 45235.
Oh, another punchy little number. We do like a punchy little number. Go on and show us.
So this is our Doncaster cable, made this year.
Okay.
Dead easy, so you can strip away and that. Oh, look at that. Pull that off. Lovely. Strip the inner.
Yep, but that's as much about the quality of the tool as well as the quality of the cable. I think it's a good combination now.
Quality cable, and I think Doncaster, they also stop the production to make sure it works with this kind of stripper.
Okay, yeah, and I think they go up to, is it up to 2.5? And we've been using them quite a lot today, haven't we?
So you can win one of those. We've got some of those to give away.
We're giving away. So what now? Shall we give it away now? No, okay.
Now.
All right. So am I going to...
That was me. You passed the camera to me.
I'll have to bring... I'll probably turn the microphone off, so you got hand cam.
And you can,
so I do like these, so bring these in. So slide it in through the centre like so.
Yeah.
Hold it in position. And then all you do, Gordon, is just pull the two apart. There you go.
Well, you've done well there, Gary.
What happened? Well, I'll do that again. That must be my fault, user error and all that. So there we go. So take those, put those into there. We'll do a little bit less this time. Pop it in. Okay.
Well, okay.
I'm going old school. So Gaz, I don't like new kit. So I don't like the new technology. I'm going knife.
Oh my.
Okay.
He's got a knife.
Yes. Yeah, and I'm going to strip this off using obviously the conventional method. I won't pull the CPC in the centre. Yeah, you just saw the ton of French short come out of that. Wow. That is, that's brilliant. This is. Cool. Wow, yeah, I'm getting it off. It's coming off. I've got this. No, okay, yeah. Okay, so another challenge I won there then, Gordon. So I managed to strip that. Wow, what is that rubbish? It's got basic written on it?
Yeah,
or has it got devilishly difficult written on it?
I'm
going to have a try and pick away at that. God, that is awful.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know what it is about it. There's just something. Just we can't get it. It looks like copper.
Yes.
We don't think it's aluminium, but
it's definitely not aluminium.
There's just I don't know. There's something about that cable that's not right. Apart from the fact you can't strip it, the outer strips to the inner.
Yeah. And the actual drum itself didn't have anything on it to suggest a brand, did it?
No, there's a brand.
Is there a brand on there? What does it say?
It says PX cables, 229 basic electric cable, and it was made last year.
Made last year, okay. But again, it just shows you, don't it? We just see a cable that was a fake cable because it was made of aluminium. This one here, allegedly, and I don't want to be cynical, but I could print anything I liked on it, couldn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's something printed on it, and it may be that this cable is fantastic.
If you go to the trouble of making a fake cable, you don't stop and not put the base set mark on. I mean,
no, I suppose not. You would never. You'd be there forever trying to get out. This has never been anywhere near France. There's no French chalk in there. So, okay, so we've seen a couple of examples of terrible cable, I would suggest.
We have, yeah.
Yeah,
we
and
have.
I think it's a chance now to bring in a cable that was fantastic.
A legendary cable.
A legendary cable, yeah. So the sad news came this week where the great man, Tony Cable, unfortunately has passed away, and the whole industry, if you're on LinkedIn, if you're on Twitter, Facebook, and the rest of it, just saluted the legacy that he left behind. There's lots of people out there now maybe call themselves industry influencers or people that are very influential within our industry. Well, there's the one. There's the person that produced educational videos that I watched when I was at college. There was a person that was working well beyond retirement age in an industry that he absolutely loved. And I'm sure if he was well enough today, he would still be working, but unfortunately he left us Sunday evening. Okay, so we'd like to suggest that, that Tony Cable set the standards in our industry. We've just seen some terrible cable, but that is no small feat to be that influential within our electrical industry and so well loved and so well liked. So it's goodbye from us, Tony, and we pass on condolences on to his family as well. So we wish them all, all you can at this difficult time. But what a gentleman! Yeah, what a gentleman.
But he did like a trade show, Gary.
He did like a trade show.
And obviously we can't get the trade show.
Okay, so we can't get to a trade show.
We were lucky to do one of the shows we did, CEF Live.
Yeah.
Was that last year?
It was like, I don't know, years, dates and times.
Yeah, it was last year.
The only thing I'd like to do in my calendar is rub out 2020. There's been some challenging moments, and to move on. But so we decided to bring back a fun element, didn't we?
A fun element we want to bring back. Obviously, we have to change things in these times, but one of our most popular things that we do out and about in the field is what we used to call our apprentice wall.
Yeah. A challenge wall.
Challenge wall, yeah. I mean, people used to think it was only for apprentices.
Yeah, I mean, it was a bit of a shame, really, because it wasn't. It was just to sort of, suggest anyone could have a go at it. And we'd like to say that we don't condone racing in electrical installations. We don't condone not doubling over terminations, not doing X, Y, and Z.
Yeah. Especially if you charge by the hour.
Yes, it was fun. So we had a fun, and we set some times. People won prizes. I think at CEF Live, the gentleman had just set himself up as self-employed and won free membership to one of our recognised bodies within the industry, didn't he? He was chuffed a sixpence. He got a free subscription for a whole year. So let's look back at maybe one of our more celebrity-based guests that challenged the wall. Okay, you saw in the intro that Nick Bundy's taken it on, and he was the fastest electrician in the West Midlands.
He was.
And at CEF Live, we had this gentleman, and I've got no idea which asset it is. So am I going to risk it? Which one is it, Gordon? I'm not sure.
I've got the one next.
That one? Okay, we'll try this one. It isn't that one. I'm having a disaster. Okay, I don't think I've brought it in. So let's see if I can I add it while I'm live? Videos, photo library. You keep talking.
While Gary's learning to use our software, let's take a moment. Anyone else? I'll have a look through some comments. Tony Cable's a legend. Absolutely.
Absolute legend.
Yeah.
Tony Cable's. I haven't got it.
For some reason, what we'll do.
What we'll do?
We'll put it in the link. We'll put it in the link below, so people can watch our apprentice wall.
I've had a disaster this evening. Anyone who's watched this, we'll go back and watch last week's when we absolutely minted it, didn't we? Got everything. It's not there. I can't believe I've not got it. So I don't know what happened there. So So we're bringing back the eFIXX apprentice wall, race wall, fun wall. We're bringing back the challenge wall, okay, and that's going to be debuted in the next couple of weeks in order that we can resurrect something that we found fun online.
Yeah, it is. It's good fun. It's a bit like Top Gear. If you remember the star on a reasonably priced car, we have an electrician with a reasonably priced consumer unit, right, with a job to do.
All right. Okay. Yeah. No worries. Okay, so that's I haven't done very well with that one, have I? So let's give some prizes away. Let's talk about how we can win some prizes, Gordon.
Okay, so we have...
We've got a box down here. Do you want to look what's in the box?
Let's have a look in the box.
Yeah, what we got? What we got? Ah! No. Lube. I found some more lube. I think I found 7 bottles. You said we were out of lube. If you win this month's, what we're going to call it this time, well, we lockdown, not lockdown, live feed. What we going
Back
for?
in lockdown.
Yeah, if you win the live feed this time, the link will be in the description. We'll tell you how you can get over there and do it. You'll win some lube. What else are you going to win, Gordon?
You can win one of these. What's this called, Gary? The screwdriver set?
Pass.
Okay.
Has he got a snappy name again?
It's the precision. It's the pick or finish electric precision screwdriver set.
Of course it is. Yeah.
We've got a review coming out on that soon. We've been using it in some dimming. We've done a lot of videos on dimming.
Yeah.
Recently, they're still coming out. But you can win that. You can win everything in this box.
Lift up.
And a lift up.
We're going to give a lift up. What else we got? Oh, we've got a locking off kit. So we've got an Ideal Industries locking off kit. We've got a Volt stick from Matrel. There's a whole box of stuff here. If you're, there's 2 boxes. So again, we like to give it away. If you're the first person to complete our live feed event questions, okay, the link is in the description. However, don't go there now because we know exactly the time. We will give a realistic amount of time when we hit stop, and some of you will be thinking, will he remember to hit stop? I've had a disaster tonight.
Yeah,
I've had an absolute disaster. Yeah,
yes,
okay.
we are back.
Okay, it's been one of them weeks, hasn't it? So, so let's go through the prizes again because no one saw them. What's that, Gordon?
That's pick or finish precision.
Ideal Industries locking off kit.
Yeah, we've got loads of lights.
Yeah, we got lights. We got a
got
lift up
conduit
screwdriver. We're getting a new presenter next week. Okay, so what a disaster. We've had one of them weeks, mate. We've had one of them.
We'll bring Henry back next week.
Yeah, Henry back next week in order we can get this stuff done correctly. So all of those stuff will be given away for the first prize. Link is in the description. What do you have to do to win the first prize, Gordon?
To win the first prize, you have to, check out the link below.
Yep.
So check out the link below.
In the description.
Yeah. Watch the videos from this month's playlist.
This month's playlist. There's,
and answer the questions.
Right, and how do I know the answers after I've watched the videos?
Answers in the video.
They are. The answers are in the video. So if you watch the video, you'll see that the answers are given. So best thing to do, top tip I would suggest, is watch the video, answer the questions. Now, if you get all of them right, you go into the draw, which will be announced on Wednesday. The winner, Family Concerns will win the box. But there's an identical box of stuff that can be won, Gordon.
If you're the first person after this tonight, we will check the time to basically complete all those questions and get them right. There, yeah, the first person to do that will win.
So if you're the first person when we stop here, and we know a realistic amount of time in order to complete the survey. So if you've gone off and started now, you mean we know what a realistic amount of time is in order to do it, and we can also see the time. Don't tell them that, do we? But we can see the time you started the survey as well, so we'll know the time when we've logged off. If you're the first person to complete and get them all right, so there is, I think it's 14 questions, isn't there? We've slimmed it down.
We've slimmed it down a little bit,
because it used to be, I think it used to be 30. I've gone a little easier on you this time, so it's 14 questions. You get 14 out of 14, the first person to finish, you get a box full of bits. If you get them all right, between now and next Wednesday, you can also win a box of bits. And we've shown a load of prizes earlier on. Let's flick them back in again, Gordon. I'll probably leave it in. But a few prizes.
We've probably got some spot prizes as well we'll give away. Obviously, if we see great comments on the videos, things like that, technical questions, that always drives what we do, then please, we'll give out some spot prizes as well. We'll probably need to have a bit of a clear out actually because we've got a lot of LED lamps. If anyone wants some LED lamps.
We've done a lot of stuff with LED lamps recently.
We've got a lot of GU10 lamps.
We have got a lot of GU10. So again, spot prizes. So how can you win those? You add us to your story on Instagram. You've obviously going to be following us on Instagram. You leave a great comment on Instagram. You leave a great comment on YouTube about the video. Okay, and it could be a technical question that maybe Joe will answer in the next lockdown. It might be something that we do a spot answer of a question during the week. Be one of those people that happily interacts with us and we'll be sending you stuff. What I would say though, we find it quite difficult to trace down people on YouTube sometimes, haven't we? Some people, we've tried to give them stuff on YouTube, we've messaged them back and all rest of it and then come back to us. So if you're doing it on YouTube, make sure you're pretty visible when we're obviously trying to give those prizes away. Anything else I can get wrong before we go, Gordon?
Anything? Hold on, we've got the ER charger as well.
I've got a feeling I might be winning one of these in a minute.
Hold on, I'm going to check your temperature, Gary. So
Okay.
use the little infrared camera we used in the other one.
How am I doing?
Oh dear. It's cold in this unit.
Yeah, it is cold in this unit.
And You're probably colder than the unit.
Yes.
I can take a photograph of you with this, actually.
Can you?
Yeah.
All right,
There
okay.
you go, Gary and thermal. So we've only had this today. We've been messing around with that. You can win the EO charger if you...
EV charger, come on, you can just get EO EV charger. How do we win that?
watch the replenish videos.
Yep.
Just go there.
Yep.
Let's have a look. Replenish. So we did a video on Replenish. They're a specialist distributor for anyone who's installing EV chargers. If you sign up to Replenish before the end of December and make a purchase, get 5% off with eFIXX 5.
eFIXX 5.
And there's some spicy items on there actually in terms of what you can buy. But you enter the draw to win this EO mini charger, which is the smallest one currently on the market.
So again, that's another bonus for start. But well, when you watch the Replenish video, you think to yourself, well, if I'm doing EV or considering doing EV or a casual EV user, you just get yourself a free account, and yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah, I mean
Great service.
they're backed by Rapid Electronics, and we buy loads of bits and pieces from them anyway. So yeah, tools and yeah, they've got all this stuff that we keep having to go at.
Any questions come through?
Yeah, that's a top tip. You have to put yourself on a plaque now.
Oh yeah, I've done that. Yeah, absolutely. I'm having a plaque. I said that we're a little bit behind where you are. Gary Hayers on this day couldn't work the iPad. It is a lot of pressure though. Let me defend myself. People are leaving me now. Let's defend myself. I'm trying to work out, and I've got lots of things that are exactly the same colour, and I'm trying to work out. I brought the intro video instead of the news of penning.
Yeah.
I didn't bring the mics back in when we came back in with the moustache, and then I left Tony Cable's, honour to the man, Tony Cable's picture up as well when we were talking about other stuff. Okay, so yeah. It's one of that. I would suggest watch and share this one to see how well Gary did this evening. Yeah, and then by all means nominate me for a blue plaque. I've got a funny feeling by Wednesday I'll be up on the wall.
Be covered.
On this day, Gary admitted he was wrong about 8 times in one live stream.
Well, there's a first.
Yeah, so we're trying to get better at it. We're suggesting that we're going to pretty much do a regular thing in 2021.
Yes. We're trying a few times a month if we can. Yeah, we'll fit it in.
So I know we've done last week. We're going to try and schedule 2 a month at least. On a Wednesday, we're going for Wednesday at the minute, yeah. So, and we're going to do that all throughout the year. So I wouldn't suggest we're practicing doing this, because obviously, hopefully you're watching it and you're getting some educational and entertainment out of it. But yeah, we've made a few mistakes as we've gone along, and we've got to get better at it. Okay, so probably better last week than we were this week. Check out that one. We had some, that was a good one, wasn't it?
Yeah, you got it almost right last week.
Yeah, because Henry did it last week.
That was it. Yeah, we had some help.
We had some help.
And obviously, so we are bringing back obviously the Apprentice wall that we spoke about.
Race wall, fun wall, chase wall, whatever you want to call it.
If you would like to come along and have a go at that, once we're out of the total chaos we're about to go into, then you're more than welcome.
Yeah, and we've got some assets of people that have attempted the wall, which we will be bringing out in the future. No one's, it's like people will say, "Well, you can't do that." No, we've actually collected people that have attempted the wall in previous ones, and we may be showing some of them in the coming weeks as well, which should be good fun. But yeah, the race wall's back. We've got another news segment from Joe coming up. I don't think we can sneak that out. But if you like the news at Penn, Joe's got another segment coming. So we've had, what was the one we had last week, Gordon?
Last week?
Yes.
Oh, I can't remember last week, Oh, but no, our point of view. That wasn't Joe. It was us. Point of view.
I said us. I said we did. I got you twice on that. You can't remember what we did last week. So we got. So we're gonna. Hopefully.
Yeah. Point of view was fun. Yeah. And we'll pick if you've got it. Yeah. Really. That was. We got a bashing on that video.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
So thank you for anyone who persevered with my terrible working of this device here. Okay. I'm sure I've got a plaque coming. We thank you for watching live stream. So what I suggest you do now, let's give the time, at 8:40, is you go over via the link in the description and answer the 14 questions. If you're the first person in a realistic time from this time, so if you finish it in about 12 seconds, we know you're already doing it, and we can remember, we get an email of when you started it. So, okay, you can win the prizes behind us, and we'll announce the person on Wednesday. Everybody who completes the survey will also be in a chance of winning those and spot prizes. Instagram and YouTube and across social media. Great comments, great questions, great interaction, funny stories, make us laugh, make us think, and you also can win some of our spot prizes. Is that us done, Gordon?
Yes, that's
okay,
it.
so I'll turn the mics off, probably won't, and then you can absolutely rinse me now, can't you? Okay, so I'm going to turn the mics off.
Time to feed you, Gary.